Hey, it's Dan McDonald here. I've got an awesome recipe for you today. I'm going to make a creamy, cool ranch dressing and show you how to make a magnificent vegetable salad. Before I get started, I want to make you aware of the Lifetime of Work sale that I'm having on my website. I'll be making available to you everything I've ever produced in my entire career, all the online classes, the 30-Day Living Foods Transformational Program, all the audios, and all the live chats for $77. That's $800 worth of online educational materials to learn and master the raw and living foods diet. This is hemp seed yogurt, and I made that a couple of days ago. That's hemp seeds, pure water, and Pyridine probiotic. I blended it up in the high-speed blender and I put it in the fridge. You can make cultures on the counter, or you can make them in the dehydrator, or you can do what I like to call a slow culture in the refrigerator. So I made 4 cups of this hemp seed yogurt, and what I'm going to do is I want to get the rest of that out of there. There's probably another 1/4 cup stuck to the side, so I'm going to take a little bit of purified water here, and I'm going to just swish that around. A little trick for you, so that you never have to waste any of the yogurt, especially when you make these dressings. But you just swish that around a little bit and it'll thin this dressing out a little bit as well. So quite a bit of yogurt. And let me just share with you some of the tips and little tricks here on how to make a delicious dressing. Because these living food dressings, they are literally medicine for your body. With the probiotics and the herbs, it's an amazing way to eat. You'll never get this kind of food in a restaurant. You should learn how to do this yourself, and you can if you pick up the Lifetime of Work package. Tons of bonus videos too. Those are really going to make this a very special offer for everyone. A lot of outtakes and stuff. So check this out. I'm going to add 4 cloves of garlic to this. The garlic and the dill are the main ingredients in this recipe. The sage isn't something that I always do, but the sage gives it a nice full rounded body, but you don't want to overload it. So it would be like 1/4 teaspoon of dried sage, or about 1/2 tablespoon of fresh minced sage. This is about 6 sage leaves. Next, I'm going to throw in, this is actually the cilantro stems. I'm going to use cilantro in the salad, but in order to not waste the stems, I'm just going to throw them into the dressing here. Smart idea, right? It's a great thing to do. A lot of times you can take the most tender part of the herbs, and then you can throw the stems, like parsley stems or something, into a dressing. That way, you don't waste any of it. Isn't that amazing? This is about 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, and this is 2 cups fresh from the garden of dill. Now this is the main ingredient that gives it the creamy, cool ranch flavor. Next, I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of salt. Pink salt, sea salt, Himalayan salt, whatever your favorite is. And there we go. That's what we do for the dressing. There are several things you could do. You could throw 1/2 of an avocado in here and make it even creamier. You could throw in a cucumber and make the dressing a little lower in fat. You could throw in a jalapeno and that would be off the hook. You could throw in a little bit of cumin. You could even use black sulfur salt. That would make it give it a different flavor with that sulfur salt flavor. So there's so many different things you can do in variations on this recipe. I actually have several variations of this recipe in my online classes. So it's all 15 of the online classes. So you get the juices, the smoothies, the salads, the entrees, and the desserts, gourmet, all the way up to low-fat, raw vegan recipes for energy and weight loss. So it's a really great deal, and you don't want to miss it. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. Here we go. That's awesome. That's all it takes with an awesome blender like this. And so let's do the next part here, and we're going to make a salad. This is for my friends Tori and Wolfgang. They had a baby 5 or 6 days ago. They haven't even left the house. They're creating like a real safe sanctuary. You know, I think that's a brilliant thing to just really create a deep family bond that will last throughout that child's entire life. So it's really brilliant. I'm going to take some fresh garden greens here. And then I've got some pea sprouts here. I'm going to take the long stems off and just kind of toss those on. I could have threw these into the dressing. In fact, here you go. Let's just do it, you know. And so there you go. You're like, okay, this is really cool, you know. And this is the kind of stuff that is really cool, you know, that you can do and learn about that and just throw the extra stuff. Even like if you peel a cucumber for some reason, you could toss the cucumber peelings in there as long as it's organic. You know, if you peel it for whatever reason, because your kids don't like it or whatever, or your grandma doesn't like the peelings and she likes her cucumbers peeled or whatever, you take the cucumber peelings and you throw those into your dressings or your smoothie or whatever. So there's always these incredible little tips and tricks that you can learn along the way, especially if you are doing a journey with someone who is very adept at the raw food preparation. So again, just another little cool idea right there. Here are some bean sprouts. So this has got a couple of different kinds of sprouts. That's amazing. Here's some cilantro. That's gorgeous. And here's some shredded carrots. I might even make an Instagram shot out of this. And some finely shredded purple cabbage. That's just beautiful. Some tomatoes, some cucumbers, whatever. And then you take your dressing and you go over the top, which I'm not going to do. I think I'll keep it Instagram ready here. I'm preparing this again, like I said, for Tori and Wolfgang. So I'm going to make them actually, I'm going to take this big thing and mix everything in together to make a huge salad. And then I'll take them the dressing. But anyways, there you go. There's the Creamy Cool Ranch. Like I said, there's several variations of that one right there. This is a really amazing one. Have a good time. You know, food should be your medicine. Food makes the mood. We really, really need to get educated and continue to evolve when it comes to, you know, our food choices in this modern, you know, industrial, agricultural revolution. It's turning out not to be the blessing that we thought it could have been. We want real, nutrient-dense foods grown from the earth. And that's how we're going to keep our connection with nature. That's how we're going to keep our blood clean. That's how we're going to keep our cells clean, is by not introducing all of the processed, packaged, denatured, genetically modified, pesticided, hormone-laden foods that are, you know, just have completely saturated our grocery stores and our food choices. So do the best you can to find natural foods in your area. Get excited about it. Turn it into a hobby. Make it a priority to feed you and your family real natural foods and master this art. Learn everything you can from me, because it will be a huge, huge, huge boon and blessing to your life to know what I know, to keep your gut clean and your blood pure and your mind clean and free of chemicals and genetically modified foods and everything like that. I've said enough. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. By the way, if you're not a part of the Insiders Club and you want to get 3 of my top healing juice recipes, sign up for the Insiders Club and I'll send you those 3 top healing juice recipes. And then you'll be able to get all the exclusive content that's coming to the Insiders Club. So thank you very much for subscribing and sharing these videos with the people who you care about. Peace.